So, what is Transcendence as it's described in the film?
I guess it's the moment when a computer becomes sentient.
And what is the sentient meaning? Having emotions?
Self-aware and able to grow and network itself, and therefore grow at an exponential rate.
And so, what is the basic story of the movie then?
That's a very difficult question for the time. You know, I don't know how long the movie is, but it needs every one of those minutes in order to tell its story. But it's really a science fiction thriller that is, you know, about a couple who are trying to create a sentient computer. And it also has a very layered emotional story in the movie, which I think is what is beautiful about it. I can speak to my character and my involvement, which is that Max is their best friend, and in the film he's sort of the audience proxy, really. You're experiencing fear and trepidation at the same time as Max is, and he is helping them on this quest. They are trying to map the human brain in order to with the goal of creating a sentient computer. And Max doesn't believe that that is possible. However, on that journey, thinks that amazing advances in our understanding of the brain and the medical applications that would suggest will be found. And then this dreadful thing happens where Will is assassinated, and he's dying, and he's faced with the choice of letting his friend die or trying to help speed up this process and upload his consciousness into a computer. And he does so, really against his own better judgment. And it's successful. And then the computer wants to network and to grow. And the moment that happens, my character, Max, starts to get cold feet and wondering whether he has sort of unleashed a monster on the world. And the film is really watching that play out. I think I think it asks some really intriguing questions, and it's near science. You know, it's science fiction, yes, but it's very near science fiction, and it is. I went to speak to some neuroscientists about it, and you know, one of the foremost men in the world, Professor Christoph Koch. I asked him, how far-fetched is this? And he said 30 years. And that's an extraordinary thought, because you are essentially talking about immortality in some of our lifetimes, and these people aren't kooks, you know. These.
That's so true. So, what does your character starts to get cold feet? But what is his feeling about artificial intelligence as it is? I mean, is he's for it, but he's feeling.
Well, I think he's a scientist, so he's very much for technology.
Right.
But very much wants human beings to stay in control of it rather than the other way round. You know, Max is a Christian, and as such believes that there's a sort of divine spark that cannot be replicated by a computer. And I think he finds the idea of Will's computer being networked terrifying. But he's involved in the process because he doesn't think it's possible. He literally doesn't that is God-given a soul, and that it is impossible. Whereas Will and Evelyn believe that that consciousness will be able to be uploaded very much like a song on an iPod. And, you know, that's what science says is going to happen, and that's right.
It's crazy. This is Wally Pfister's first directorial debut. How was it working with him?
It was great. I mean, he's so it's great to work with somebody who has all of the enthusiasm of a first-time director, but with all of the experience of a seasoned professional in the business. And so that he was very much in control from the very first time that we all met on set, and we all felt safe with him and didn't think about him being a first-time director from that moment on.
That's fantastic. All right.